Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a Monday morning. I'm trying to get my lighting right here. You guys are going to have to bear with me. I'm trying to get my office fixed up here and all this stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot of my videos from this office here. So I've obviously got to learn to get the lighting right. You just have to bear with me till I learn. It's a learning process, but we'll get it right. And so until then, I guess we'll just have to deal with these shadows and stuff that I have going on. But how I look is not what's important. The message is what's important. So as always, I'm grateful and thankful to be here. It's just an awesome opportunity to share, to live, to enjoy life. I'm very, very grateful for it and happy that you're here with me. As always, thank you to everybody who stops by listening to what I have to say. I love you. I appreciate you, and I couldn't do this without you. And you're helping me to live out my dream, as I always say, my passion to help people. And wow, what a blessing it is. It's really, really awesome. I appreciate the messages that you guys send me, the messages of appreciation, all the nice things that you say. It's so humbling. It's wow, it's just awesome, and man, it tugs at you. It means a lot to me. It really means a lot to me. But as always, thank you for coming by, and welcome to another edition of A Daily Dose of Donnie. So this morning, let's talk about how to achieve the things that you want in your life. You know, the biggest problem that people have, I've had the same problem, is you don't know where you're going. You don't have a direction. You don't have an aim. You don't have you don't have a clear picture of what it is that you want to achieve. And so, where are you going when you don't know where you're going? So I liken it to this. Imagine getting in your car and, you're in your hometown, wherever it is you live. I know a lot of you are in Ashland or Huntington. But imagine you're in your hometown and you get in your car, you start it up, and somebody says, just drive. Then you take off driving. You don't have a destination. Your job is to drive for the next 5 hours. You have no destination. A lot of us probably did stuff like that when we were teenagers, right? We called it cruising. And you get in and you start driving around, and after a certain amount of time, you're just kind of going in circles. You're seeing the same stuff, the same places, and and that's okay for a while, and then you start getting bored, because you're just driving, you're driving, and you're just not really getting anywhere. It's just, you begin to make circles, and nothing's happening. But at least you're comfortable, because you know where everything is, you know where you're at, you're not lost, and you're comfortable. Now imagine getting in a car in a place you've never been, and you have to drive for 5-6 hours. Now you get in the car and you start driving, and very quickly you start to feel uncomfortable. You start to get agitated. You start to get nervous. You can't relax. You're anxious because you don't know where you're at, and you don't know if you should turn down this street or should you go straight. And it really gets, you can almost shut down to where you just want to stop driving and just stop. Well, that's what a lot of us are doing with our lives. See, when you don't have a clear picture of where you're going, a clear purpose of what it is that you're trying to accomplish, it's like getting in your car and driving around town where you live at, and you're not getting anywhere. I mean, you're going to work every day, and you're doing the same stuff every day, and you've got the same routine every day, but nothing's changing. You're not getting anywhere. It's the same old, same old. You see the same people, you do the same things, you go to the same places, you eat at the same places. It's all the same. Everything is the same, and nothing's accomplished. And then what starts happening is, just like when you're in your hometown driving around, you get a little bit uncomfortable. You start getting frustrated. Things aren't going, nothing's happening, and you want more, but it's just not happening. And you're not scared because you're comfortable, because you know where you're at. You're comfortable with the surroundings, but you're frustrated, right? And that's how our life gets. We're just frustrated. But once you have a destination, everything gets better. So you get that GPS and and you punch in your destination. Now you get in your car and you've got a destination. You've got to go. You've got a clear picture of where you're trying to go to. So now you get in your car and you start out in your hometown. You're driving around and, you got that destination punched in. And then next thing you know, you're on the outskirts of town. Now it's a little bit more uncomfortable, but at least you know where you're going. You know where you're going, and you look at your GPS and you're heading in the right direction. And the further away from your hometown you get, a little bit more uncomfortable. You keep on checking that GPS and you go, well, I'm not there yet, but I can see that sign and I'm a little bit closer, so I know I'm making progress and I'm getting a little bit closer, and you just keep on driving. And a couple hours later, you're not there yet, but you know that you're getting close to that destination, and the signs tell you that you're getting closer all the time, and you still don't know where you are, but that anxiety's gone, and because you keep seeing those signs that things are getting better. And that's the way it is with your life. If you have a clear destination of where you're going, every day, every little accomplishment, you can say, well, I'm not there yet. I haven't reached my goal, but I'm a little bit closer. I've made a little bit of progress, and things are getting a little bit better every day. And that's the way you have to go about your life. You have to know where you're going. And see, what happens is, if you know where you're going, if you know what your purpose is, if you understand the destination that you want to reach, life becomes a library to you, and it'll just give you all the answers that you want. You'll find them. It says seek and you'll find. But we're not looking, if you don't know what you're looking for, you're surely not going to find it. You have to know what it is that you're after. It has to be clearly defined. Clearly defined. One of the, I hear it all the time. People say stuff like, I want to make more money. And I've probably said this before on here. I want to make more money. Well, that's not a clearly defined goal. Because if you go to work every day, guess what? You're making more money. See, your brain doesn't know the difference. All your brain does is it goes out it seeks to accomplish whatever it is that you're telling it that you want. So if more money is your goal, well, you get that. Your brain says, okay, you want more money? Go to work. You go to work, you make more money, but that's not enough. You need a clear, defined goal. A clear, defined goal. How much more money do you want? How quick do you want to get it? And here comes the hard part. You got to write it down. It's really amazing to me how difficult it is to get people to write down their goals. It is a proven fact that if you write down your goals, write down what it is that you want to achieve, and read it on a regular basis, it makes it 100 times better. It makes it 100 times better. In my house right now, I've got a clearly defined, written down goal, and it is everywhere. I mean, every mirror is written on every mirror. Every time I go to the refrigerator, it's on my refrigerator. It's on my bedroom. It's everywhere. Everywhere. And I read it every single time that I can, over and over and over and over again. It's the repetition. And then what happens is, it's so locked in up here that you get to the point where you don't have to think about it. And when you get to that point where you don't have to think about it, you're just doing it. It's happened to all of us before. Think about that thing that you're really good at. Whether it's a sport, an activity, whatever it is. When you get to the point where you don't have to think about it, when you're just playing the game, you just become the game, you're just doing the game, you're not thinking about it, that's when you start accomplishing stuff. When you're doing something, I can remember if I was playing ball, if I was playing football, I was just playing football. The people I was playing against a lot of times were thinking about football. I was just doing it. While they were thinking, I was doing. And that's where you have to get to. You get to that place where it's just so locked in up here that you don't have to think about it. You just go out and do it. Every day you just do it, do it, do it. And you leave those people behind. And they think that you've got something going on, like it's magic, it's luck, it's all this stuff. No, it's because you're so locked in on it that you're in the zone. Well, you can put yourself in the zone for anything it is that you want. Anything. But you have to be willing to do the thing. You have to be willing to do that thing. If you don't have your goals written down, if you don't have a clear idea of what it is that you want, where it is that you want to go, you're just going to be driving around in circles. And that's what's going on with most of our lives. We lie to ourselves and we tell ourselves that we're satisfied, and we're driving around in circles, and we're seeing the same people every day. We got the same routines every day, the same habits every day, and we're wondering the whole time, why is nothing happening? Because you don't have a clear, defined goal. I've got a clear, written down, defined goal of how much money I want to make and how quickly I want to make it. I gave myself a time limit. I want this much money by this time, by this date. And you got to write an achievable goal. I know I tell you make your goals big, but listen, make a goal that you can achieve. I say this. I know everybody says set your goals real big, but here's what I say. And remember, I just do what works. So this is what works for me. I set my dreams big and my goals small. I set my dreams big and my goals small. I set my goals so that they're achievable. And then I achieve my goals one step at a time, and I celebrate them. Every time I achieve a little goal, I celebrate it, and then I set another one. Now, my dream is still sitting out there. My dream might be to be a millionaire. But if I make my goal to be a millionaire, now I've got a lot of room for frustration. You see what I'm saying? I've got a whole lot of room for frustration if my goal is to be a millionaire. But if my goal is to make $1,000 this month, that's doable. And then I make that $1,000 and I achieved it. And then I can celebrate it. And then I move on to the next goal. And so the next month I might make it $1,200. See, you do it in little small incremental steps, right? Don't set your goals so high that you're having trouble reaching your goals and then you get frustrated. Set your dreams big and your goals low. I know that's not what everybody teaches, but remember, I do what works. What works. If you're constantly doing something that's not working, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to quit. But if you set your goals where you can achieve them, you achieve that small goal, and then you celebrate it. You got to celebrate it. You reward yourself. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what the goal is, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Set your goal small enough that you can achieve it, and then when you do, reward yourself. Celebrate that goal, and then raise the bar a little bit. And then go out for that next goal. And your dream's still sitting out there. You haven't given up on your dream. Your dream is still sitting out there. But every time you achieve one of those goals, guess what? You're a little bit closer to your dream, and you're a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And the next thing you know, and you look, and your dream's not that far away. And then you get so close that your dream is so close, you can make your dream your goal. And then you set another dream. And you set that dream way out there. And you keep on setting those small goals so you achieve them every day. I'm making something happen. I'm accomplishing something. I'm getting closer. It's visible. I can see it. I'm getting there. I'm doing something. And you build on that momentum and you build on that momentum until you accomplish what you're after. And then you set something else because you're never going to be satisfied because you're a human. That's what we do. We're never, ever, ever satisfied. We always want a little bit more. And it's okay. And you should want more. And you should strive more. So hopefully, something that I said helped somebody today. Remember, set your dreams big and your goals small. And go out and accomplish something each and every day. And you will get to that place that you're trying to get to. I hope something I said helped somebody today. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you go out and have a wonderful day today. That's what I'm going to do. You know why? Because it's just what I do. And I see you out there, Greg and Cabot and Cindy. I see you out there. Love you guys. Come back and see me tomorrow on another edition of A Daily Dose of Donnie. Have a great one.